Hi guys, how are you doing? I'm Sergey from Russia and I improve my English with my YouTube channel. And today I want to tell you how you can select a man in your video and how maybe pay attention on the man. Let's start. First of all, I want you to see this effect. Let's see. In the first of this video you can see flashing background. It is black background and it flashes twice. Then when titles are appearing, this effect repeats again. You can see it, and I want to repeat it. I will see how it works in this reference, and I have to place my playhead at the beginning of this flash effect. Here, with right and left arrow button, you can put your playhead exactly at the frame of beginning this effect. It is here. We will try to make this effect with solid generator. I want you to press Command Option 1 hotkey. Then we go to solid generators and put custom generator with connecting, but we put this generator under the primary storyline because we will see at the reference and we will change this background exactly how it works in the reference. Now we have to animate this generator with opacity parameter. At this button, at this frame, the opacity must be 100%, and we press add a keyframe at this point on the generator. Exactly on the generator where our playhead stands. I press add a keyframe, then I press right arrow button to go to the next frame, and here the opacity of this generator must decrease to 0%. Now we don't see our generator because we see only a primary storyline, and we make change and we are changing this generator without our eyes. We are blind. We don't see how it changed. Because we have to see the reference. So press right arrow button again to go to the next frame. Nothing changed, and we don't need to change opacity of the generator. So let's go. Press right arrow again, and here there is black background, so opacity again is 100%. But we have to go to the last frame. I pressed left arrow key, and here we have to press add a keyframe. Nothing changed, but we have to do this because if we don't change the opacity on this frame, it will be changing. It will be changing from previous keyframe to this, but we don't want it to be changed. If we want, press Ctrl V to see these keyframes. It it is the first keyframe, opacity 100%. On the next keyframe, opacity is 0. On the next frame, opacity is 0. On the next, here, opacity have to be 100%, because in the reference we can see this this dark background. So let's go to the next frame. Nothing changed. So let's go far. Press. Here I can see white color. So opacity here is 0%. But we have to make keyframe here also opacity 100%, 100, 100, then 0, next frame, next frame, next frame, next frame. It is white. It is there white. So let's see. Black, black, white, black, white, and we can cut this part, the right part. We don't need it yet. I press Option left bracket, and we have footage with 5 frames. To see this footage, I have to put it upper. Let's see, and maybe here. You can see the flashing. Boom, white. Boom, boom, white. Let's see. Boom, 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 white. But I don't want to have black background. I want it to be gradient from transparency to black background. We can see it in the reference. So I need to open the effects, then go to the masks category, graduated mask. I apply it to this clip. Then I decrease the scale of this viewer, and then I turn around this gradient, and then I want it to be more more and let's make this one. I don't know how it sounds in English, but you understand. This point is far away from that point. And our background just now is not black, how it was. And now it has graduated mask. So it's beautiful, I think. So just now we have to export this footage, this clip, with a transparent background. I press Option button and then copy this footage to the end of our timeline to export only this clip. I select it with I and O button, then I go to the export master file settings, and if I want to have the opacity, transparency in this clip, I need to choose Apple ProRes 4444 codec, format video only. Then I press the next, and I name this footage as black the black back. It's beautiful. It's amazing. Save. You can see how it is exporting. Okay, that's all. That's it. So, for example, I want to put my footage. First of all, I want to import it in my event, this black background. I put it here. Then I need to where I want to have it. Maybe maybe here. But I want to have a stop frame of this frame. So I press Option F, and you can see this stop frame. It doesn't move, but it is 4 seconds long. But I want it to be just more than 5 seconds, as I have the black back. For example, 7 seconds, maybe 8 seconds. I need to press Control D hotkey. Then I enter maybe 7 frames. Press enter. Then you can see it's only 7 frames, and this our footage is 5 frames long. I put it here. And then let's see what we have. Tun tun, tun tun, tun tun. But I want this man to be not be black. So I need to put draw mask and draw this man over. Draw this man around with draw mask. I apply draw mask here on this clip. Then I move my playhead at the point where I have black background. Then I need with this tool, I need to draw around, and maybe, of course, you may to draw maybe here on this frame. It doesn't mean. So if you want, you can increase the scale of the viewer. You can move at the frame by this frame navigator. And so let's draw around this person, and you can move your frame in the viewer with viewer navigator. We want to connect this point, so I decrease the scale. Then I put my control point here, then here, then here, and I'm connecting this point. I have connected this point. So if I go to the next frame, I see that the man is black, but I want background to be black, so I need to invert mask. Then I want this mask to be more feather. I increase feathers, not so much, but for example 15%. You can see this this white line around this man. Fit to zoom. So let's see what we have just now. Tun tun, tun tun, tun tun. Super. If you want to have any color in this background, you can do it. Press Command 6, then go to the Exposure tab, increase the master of exposure, then go to the Saturation tab, increase saturation, and then you have to go to the color tab and choose the color what you want. I want color of background to be such this color, maybe a brown, orange brown, something. Oh, maybe this one. Okay, and you can try to use blend mode. You can try, for example, maybe linear light. Maybe it will be better. Maybe you can choose vivid light. Don't. It doesn't good, I think. But maybe hard light. It's so good. Soft light. No. Multiply. No, I think that that vivid light is the best. No, not the vivid, but hard light. Hard light and linear light. Linear light is the best, maybe. So you can change the color when you want. For example, now. So it's a great. It's the great color. Let's see. Oh, I need to render this part. I press Ctrl R. I turn off the background render in settings, Final Cut Pro preferences, on the playback tab. I always turn off the background render checkpoint, because and I advise you to do that, because it will be better and your Final Cut will be work better than with this checkpoint. But when you want to render some part of your timeline, you press Ctrl R and or maybe modify render selection. And if you want to render all your timeline by hand, you have to press Ctrl Shift R, and your timeline will be rendered when you want, and not when Final Cut wants, but when you want. So let's see our effect. Tun tun, tun tun. It's super, I think, and you can use this background where you want. I will put the link on this footage in the description of this video, and you can download it and use how you want. You import it in Final Cut, then put on the timeline, then you need to apply draw mask to this footage and draw around the man on maybe anything, maybe you can pay attention at the ball, maybe you want to pay attention at any person, maybe you need to pay attention at your cat, at your goat, at your I don't know. And you need to draw around this thing, and then you, if you want, you can make a freeze frame by pressing Option F. Then you need to change the duration of this clip by pressing Ctrl D. Then you enter amount of frames, for example 7 frames, and then you put this footage under the not under, above this clip. Then if you want, you can change the color by increasing exposure, saturation, and changing color of this background. And then if you want, you can change the blend mode of this background, for example vivid light. So I think that's all. I believe you to understand my English. I believe that you understand my tutorial. Please leave the comments in the under the video. I need your comments. I need your likes. Please support me, and let's see in the next video. Goodbye.